Link, prosecution witness number 1, who is a nurse, was heading to her home and noticed a yellow Mini Cooper at a bus stop outside of Sai-O village in the New Territories, where there were 2 persons asleep in the car. On her way back home, she passed the car and noticed that the wipers were operating, but it was not running at the moment. She knocked on the window but no response. She made a police report. A police surgeon arrived at the crime scene and smashed the car's window. Then ambulance arrived. The both occupants were unconscious and they were taken to the hospital and certified dead. The death was due to the carbon monoxide poisoning. The 2 occupants were Madam Wong Siu Fing, known as Madam Wong, and her 16-year-old daughter, Cao Li Ling or Lily. Police initially suspected that the car has emanated the carbon monoxide. After an investigation has been run, they could not find mechanical defect of the car that can cause the death. Finally, police turned their attention to the yoga ball as the source of carbon monoxide. The yoga ball was discovered in a collapsed position in the boot of the Mini Cooper. However, the yoga ball stopper was not discovered, possibly because it had been mistreated during the 6 months that had passed before the exhibit officers searched the Mini Cooper. About a year later, on May 12, 2016, the applicant was detained by Lam Kam Ching, Detective Sergeant 16404, Prosecutor Witness 15, hereafter the SGT 16404, in Prince of Wales Hospital of 2 murder offences.
Let's move on to the fact of the case. In the morning of 20 May 2015, the applicant research associate Dr. Dik Cho Ho Kyu observed the applicant filling 2 empty yoga balls, 1 blue and 1 grey, with carbon monoxide from a laboratory cylinder. However, the applicant stated he intended to use the carbon monoxide to kill the rat and mice at his home. The applicant then admitted placing the 2 yoga balls in his parked Toyota Alphard near the Prince of Wales Hospital. He then left his automobile there for overnight. He also discovered a leaking yoga ball through a carbon monoxide alarm during that night. Thus, he emptied this yoga ball of carbon monoxide and left the other one. The applicant drove his Toyota Alphard to his residence, left it there, and then drove his Mini Cooper to a tennis match. After playing tennis, he returned to his Toyota Alphard and brought the yoga ball containing carbon monoxide into the house. He also informed to the Lily that the yoga ball contained a poisonous gas. On 22 May of 2015, the applicant woke up at 9:30 am and he left for work at noon. He did not check to see if the yoga ball was still in the house before leaving, nor was he aware of how the yoga ball got into the Mini Cooper. At 2 p.m., Miss Siti Maisora, also known as Siti, testified that she observed Madam Wong and Lily leaving the house in a car. She watched from the 2nd-story house as they entered the car. According to Miss Siti, it was raining at the time, but it was not heavy, and she stated that she did not see Madam Wong and Lily bring anything to the car. The car featured with the 2 transponder keys that recorded the last time Madam Wong updated her key at 2:18 p.m. Together, this data, according to the prosecution, suggested that Madam Wong stopped her Mini at the bus stop immediately after leaving the house. The applicant also further stated that he did not tell the police investigator who visited his house on 24 May as part of the investigation. His wife and daughter were killed by the carbon monoxide from the yoga ball that he had filled with the gas. After 6 months later, the police finally focused on the yoga ball as the source of carbon monoxide for the death of Madam Wong and Lily.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Samir Afiq bin Hasan and I will talk about the defense of the suspect. The suspect or appliance said that he do not put the yoga ball into the Mini Cooper. And the evidence is he relies on the video interviews that he made and expert evidence from the expert witness. The applicant also proposed the research project about infusion of carbon monoxide as a defense from the timeline defense of carbon monoxide. Next, the The lawyer that defends the suspect said that no motive or murder for his wife and daughter. The lawyer also said there are lists of factors that show the appliance do not kill the victim, and said that Lily has a phobia of insects, so she used carbon monoxide to kill the insect. Next, the lawyer argued about the condition of the yoga state had been found. He argued that whenever the yoga ball has been found in the state of nearly folded. So, he also pointed mistake that made by the officer, that he do not found the stopper that we used in yoga ball. And he also considered about the timelines found in the Mini Cooper, which is 6 months. It must be being moved around, and consider the timeline difference of carbon monoxide and detailed consideration of the evidence and the multitude of the ground of appeal. The application to leave or appeal against conviction is sent and his appeal accordingly dismissed.
Hello, I'm Abdul Fattah. First and foremost, evidence could help establish the sequence of events and prove the defendant alibi to assist the investigation. From this case, the aspect evidence is the yoga ball containing the carbon monoxide, and there are two main issues related with the yoga ball, which are on the consent of the experiment conducted by Dr. Hun on carbon monoxide and the timeline defense on how the yoga ball could be there on the disease scars. Next, yoga ball is usually made up of soft elastic of N-antiburst PVC. The defendant put the carbon monoxide filled yoga ball into the mini and removed the stopper or plug and caused the death of Madam Wong and Lily due to poisonous gas carbon monoxide. The rate of deflation of the yoga balls, level of carbon monoxide in the cars, and the rate diffusion of carbon monoxide could tell the timeline to put the yoga ball in the mini should be in between 12 till 1:30 p.m. Thus, the main suspect of the case should be the one who put the yoga ball in the car. Carbon monoxide is released by the incomplete combustion of carbonaceous materials, and it is tasteless, odorless, and colorless gas. Carbon monoxide toxicity is result from its impact on hemoglobin ability to bind oxygen. More than 2 times stronger than affinity than oxygen, carbon monoxide binds to hemoglobin to create carboxyhemoglobin and lead to hypoxia because of not enough oxygen supply. In this case, both Madam Wong and Lily exhaled the toxic carbon monoxide, as post-mortem showed that concentration of carbon monoxide in the blood is 50% and 41% each. To be understood, the effect is carboxyhemoglobin increase the affinity of unbound hemoglobin for oxygen, thus causing a leftward shift in the oxyhemoglobin dissociation curve, and cells begin to switch to the anaerobic metabolism and produce the lactic acid that led to the cellular damage and tissue death. And it's usually occur without we notice. That's all from us. In conclusion, do not use science to do crime and love the people surround us.